Hello and welcome to this tutorial of 3D design for 3D printing. Now, if you haven't already seen the previous videos about some basic 3D design concepts, it's okay. We're going to take it easy and we're going to use Tinkercad today to learn how to design in 3D, and you'll be able to make parts that you can actually 3D print. Now, this software we're going to use today called Tinkercad is very easy to use. I've used it with children as young as 10 years old to adults as old as 65 or so. So whatever age you are, you should find this to be a breeze. Just pause and rewind if you are not sure of anything. To get started here, I want you guys to first create your own account if you don't have one. And if you do have one, just sign in, of course. So it's very easy. I want you to join now. Create a personal account is what I recommend. Now, if you are an educator or if you want to use this with your kids or other people, then what I suggest is you create a student class or an educator, right, account, and that way you'll be able to have what are called classes, and students can join with a student number which you create, or a student ID. But for now, we're just going to create a personal account. Okay, and once you're there, the best thing to do is to just sign up with your email that you already use. I use Gmail, and from there it's easy peasy. Okay, so I already have an account. I'm just going to sign in, and let's get started. Okay, so when you log in for the first time, you might be greeted with a tutorial with some random objects on the work plane over here. You don't need to worry about that right now because I'm not only going to take you through a tutorial that will teach you very quickly how to use Tinkercad's basic and slightly more advanced, shall we say, intermediate features, but I am also going to show you some theories of why we do what we do when we do it. Okay, so it's probably better than the tutorial they have. But if you have time after this tutorial, definitely take the Tinkercad tutorial if you're still missing some things and you want to learn some extra skills. So what I want you to do for now is go to the top corner over here where it has the Tinkercad logo and click on that. That'll take you to the Tinkercad dashboard. Okay, now once we're here, I want you to go and create a new design. All right. Now you'll be introduced to a new workspace with no objects, no designs. This is where we're going to get started. And for today's tutorial, we are going to create a mug. So the first step is I'm going to show you guys how to actually drag multiple objects and manipulate the size and scale of these objects together, and we'll take it from there. So like I said, today we're making a mug, and it's going to be a very simple mug, and it'll show you everything you need to know. So let's start with the shapes section over here. You'll notice that unlike some 3D design software, Tinkercad starts with 3D objects already, not 2D objects. So that makes it easy to use. Now there's a full list of 3D objects here at your disposal. And so what you want to really do is you want to consider whatever you're building and break it down into its basic 3D parts. Like for instance, if we're making a mug, we're going to have a handle. We're going to have the body of the mug. We're going to have the hole in the mug. And that's basically it. And so we want to start with the shape that'll get us the closest to the design we're already looking for. So something we might have in mind, the cylinder, right? If we're going to make a mug, it makes sense to start with the cylinder. So all we do is we drag that onto the work plane over here. And now if we want to look at the different views of that, we can click on this box over here, and we can get the front view, top view, side views, bottom views, all the views that you need that will help you be able to manipulate this object, okay? Another thing is you can drag on the corners, and you can really just look at every single angle you want. So I'm going to put it back to normal, right? Front view. Another way you can do that is by using the right click and hold on your mouse. So if you use the right click and hold, you'll also be able to rotate. Okay, it is easier to use a mouse than a trackpad, but I know most of you will be on computers and will have trackpads.